Good afternoon guys and welcome back to some more mid-handicap testing. Dave is with us, he's eager and ready. This is a driver that Dave has been to test without me being there. He had
In fairness, it was tightly still turned up at Garforth doing free testing, so I had to make one in.
They did go to his golf club and he did have a fitting, and this was a driver that performed very well for Dave.
Yeah.
So Dave wanted to get this out here today, compare it to the Paradigm, which is a long-standing favourite, but we still haven't bought one because we haven't tested all of the drivers as of yet. So Dave was fitted for a 12-degree driver. They did mention that he could knock it down closer to 11. It was in the fade bias setting, so that is what I've put this driver to. So we're going to be able to compare this exactly the same to what we did with the Paradigm. We're going to hit more shots because people said they do want more shots, so we're going to do an average of 10. And a lot of people have asked about what kind of shafts are we putting in there. So this shaft here is one of the demo shafts that does come with a Titleist fitting cart. It is a 40-gram regular shaft. So we've been looking for Dave with his irons, with his new irons that he's just got, his Takomo 101T irons. We've gone light shafts, KBS Tour light. Again, in the driver, we're trying to get Dave more club head speed. So let's get him hitting some shots now, and let's talk through what this driver has and what is working well. So straight into hitting shots now guys. All the information about this club is on the screen, and the reason why it's perfect for Dave is, as you'll see, it's his ultra lightweight, so it's trying to be as light as possible at maximum speeds as well as maximum launch and distance, and again ball speed would contribute to that. So a lot of things that they've done for that. All the shaft flexors are 45 grams or lighter. This one we are using is 40-gram shaft. It's a regular shaft, but all of them are lightweight throughout the flexors. That is to promote more speed in the club head and getting everything they want. The centre of gravity is as close to the middle of the face as possible. They are trying to create more forgiveness, having that centred, and that blends in nicely with the variable thickness face. And that is to spread the sweet spot throughout the face. So a bigger sweet spot on this driver, so for off-centred hits, which we know a mid-handicapper golfer is going to hit, we're still going to get good distance from them. And it is a driver that Dave said he did love. It is his favourite one so far, but I want to see, are the numbers right for him? And that's what we want to see. So there's a lot of technology in this. We've still got the adjustable hosel, so you can play around with your loft, your lie, and start to think, if you are having lessons, you can adjust that as you get better, as you're swinging, as you might change your shot shape that you are choosing.
Bit left.
So this is why we're doing more shots. So we're doing 10 shots here. Dave's hit a few good ones down the middle, a few off-centred hits, and we want to start to see how that compares to the Paradigm. We've hit a lot of shots with the Paradigm over the weeks, and we want to make sure that this one is competing with those off-centred hits. We've also seen other companies come out with drivers such as lightweight drivers, which are similar to the Srixons. We're trying to get hold of the Srixon to test because all of these things are favouring towards Dave's club head speed. So around about 90 miles an hour, we are working on getting that up. But at the moment, that shaft and that kind of driver setup is going to be the best for him. And you out there, guys, you might be set up perfect for that. Something lighter weight, and these drivers, the TSR1 and the Srixon, might be perfect for you to get as much speed as possible, get the forgiveness, but also get the height, because a lot of people get the ball coming out too low with too little spin. We need you, especially in the summer, to be carrying it further and getting the run. So we hit a few now, Dave. Obviously, off-centred hits and sound. How does that relate to the Paradigm? Because that
sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Similar to the Paradigm.
Yeah, it is. The only, I think the much of a muchness.
Yeah, the only one that probably stands out is the Ping.
Yeah.
The Ping still sounds. It sounds obviously a lot different to last year's, but it's still one that sounds still a little bit louder than these ones. Off-centred hits. Well, obviously, we'll see that you've hit a few off-centred hits.
Yeah.
But
it brings them back a bit. There's nothing that's actually off the planet with it. So even though, obviously, if I've hit 10 and I'd expect to hit a couple nowhere near middle of face, which is what basically happened.
Yeah, when we look at the averages, Dave, it's up there with the Paradigm.
Yeah.
So 200, and I'll put that on screen now, guys. So 216, we're just seeing a couple more here, but 216 yards carry, 243 total. So performing probably the best, I would say. And again, another nice high flight there.
Yeah.
So it's launching a little bit higher, I would say, than the
Yeah.
Paradigm.
Yeah, I would as well.
Very interesting there to see that obviously it is launching higher. We've got it set on the same loft, but because this is a lighter-weight version, because of the centre of gravity, because of the varied thickness face, his off-centred hits still are going higher, he's launching a little bit higher in general, and we're getting that little bit more speed and a little bit more distance as a result. So guys, Dave finally might have found his driver. We did see last week we tried out a cheaper version or a cheaper driver. We tried out the Inesis 900. We certainly didn't get numbers like those today. So average is much better. Consistency wise, a similar shape to normal. Again, that's not the driver. We know that is the pilot. We are working on that, as you'll have seen on our lessons on a Wednesday.
Just need to keep that down.
We need to keep that arm in place. But this is a very good setup. If you're somebody who has got an average clubhead speed like Dave, 90 miles an hour up to 93, this is as light as possible. It helps you launch, it helps you get more speed, and it could be the driver for you, and it could be the driver going in Dave's bag if he parts with some cash. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Hopefully you're enjoying, obviously, Dave's lessons. We are going through what we've worked on with Dave and how it might help you. We're also comparing Dave's new irons to the latest irons on the market. So any irons you want to see us test the Takomo 101T irons against, get in the comments below, and we'll see you next week.
See you soon.